Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to our beautiful venue tonight. My name is José Antonio Ogosi. I am a professional engineer with a master in the information technology management, who is currently undertaking uh, a PhD on systems engineer. My current work is focused on on the creation of decision-based algorithms on diverse application fields, but mainly focus of the pension systems. And this last mentioned algorithm that is the product of which I will be speaking of tonight. Good. Uh, application. The application is uh, yes. Good. In this moment, with my project, the is our warehouse in the no, my warehouse on the ranging assistance system by machine learning robot using heuristic is this information now with the assistance system by a machine learning robot use heuristic by the authors is composed Jorge Mayhuasca, Ivan Petrlik, Ciro Rodriguez, Roberto Esparza, Henry Bermejo, and my person José Ogosi. No, my person, yes, José Ogosi. Good. Mm, the heuristic functions do guide the search quickly are in the solutions. The information, the adjective of the study was the implement a heuristic search strategy. To solve a real problem, it has a function at finding a solution to the problem. Use rigorous method such is try and error, rule of thumb, etc. The algorithm can use to solve the problem is efficient and addition the results no, often on the console R is expected from the analysis. There is the assurance that the code is working correctly. The research can allow the copy function. For modification of data matrix in the creations of several matrix to all the data. No, to all the data is good. Introduction with your well first heuristic from the Greek word means discovery mentions the etymology shit with eureka occur in the multiple category of the grammar when used is a noun in the refer to the field if discovery aged no science when is shown up in the aperture or aperture in refer on something more specific such is a strategy role. And the second require in the Amazon example you want to use a robot to show inventory in the warehouse. Amazon just re-inventory a table of supply for sale in the specific location in the warehouse. The robot is responsible for moving that inventory to the market. Two locations, the robot can move horizontal in more specific shows is strategic the role. Vertical to load or allowed inventory. This activity require that you use a heuristic. Go search strategy to generate a plan that allowed your machine learning robot to move the inventory from its initial state that is target stated. State. The first require the implementation of the algorithm. Consider the Manhattan distance as a heuristic functions. The actual cost G of each robot option is one. The objective of the warehouse, the robot is responsible for study was to specify and execute the sequence of options needed. Uh, Programmatically to achieve the target state, or un simple notation, example, for much are you win, cartoon or move. Are you zero column to our low RM on row zero column two. Mm, yes. Uh, bueno, the theory that uh, theory is where the broker review no was the most important antecedents this present and investigate research are in 2020 it's proposed the solutions of sandstorms known as science meet movements that propose of model heuristics. Also, the solutions, the problems, the orientations of universities is propose the heuristic such systems for students and teachers. Algorithms that reach higher interaction than the rest of algorithms being able that perform it for one of the time of the also evolve as we did is to also propose the strange font the explorations of the program with heuristic method in code the intros structure of the neural network medium for tax visual question. Um, is the she Shen with in this perform validation with in grammar navigation in machine learning in archive focus video games. Deep the subuse no unity of non-linear reach higher interaction the rest of the algorithm being able to perform it for one of the testing or the common activity function or the such dates is demonstrate no user but 100 in the trajectory of the restricted if we solved and heuristic hitch was recovered. No. In conclusion, warehouse orders assistance system by a machine learning robot use heuristic. No. Methodology. No. Well, methodology. In this research, with it with it in this research, bueno, the heuristic strategy will be used generate a plan that allow the robot move the inventory from an initial state, the target state. Initial state was the initial state of the problem will be represented in a 4 matrix of Cairo star is follow, no? Ya here en graphic 1 with matrix target state, no? Bien, well, that request implements algorithm considering the following as a heuristic functions the Manhattan distance, the real Cauchy H application of the robot is no is the code ship B ng execute and indicate the sequence of geoms needed the T reach that target stage shows a simple notate on the if sample no move are you a row one column two or move R row 0 or column 2 or luar em no em1 row 0 or column 2 good this continues news no where the representative of the road initials is the locative positive sheet on two represent two or M1, M2, or M2, M3 represent the true inventories that the robot must smooth in their locative is it position. No, position in position, no 0 0 or 2 0 or in 0 3 respectively. No, then the object is it is studied. The robot must move the true inventory M1, M2, or M3 free to the follow-on positions that solve the problem. Cognitive view we use and understand how each part is boobs in plates in this destination G1, no? Yes. Good proposal development. No, is the present record. No proposal development. This is this the means importance or importance. No, no. No, it was important with the means important in initialize the variable for iterations in the representation in the initials matrix contain data MP if if methods. No. First is switch top chance in the physics solution in this case in this request to copy in the matrix is what is rarely requires in this define a path, no, to which the robot will pass. Second, indeed, is objectives is to find the distance between the robot in the target point functions in this product which exist to do successful. No, first the search. No, no, the search can be shaped by the foundation that is the search for what is request. Then the robot does not reaches in the inbox. No, uh, this is the 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 for continues. No, for this involve looking the play way the bobs move unlike the previous functions in look for the robot to reach the box. Find this induce calculates with the bobs move like the previous. 6. One the search no, what the search for the boss just being create next no steps in the crates that may fit that mics no the works when the whoops in a loft be in the transfer by the robot no continues no this no 7 yes, in the bueno of the possible paths the Roswell will use the orientation towards the place to be reached. It's a truth in this function that the robot will walk along the paths demanding to use a solar orientation to refer to the directions in the switch axis. No. 8. The first part of the path is defined in the instance pertaining to the distance that separates the robot from the target point. No? The target point. Variable in MIFIDs contain each of the states of the display matrix are defined. No, no, es así. Continuous is in the then no uh, then when as can be is as can be seen in this the second the part that benefit of introductory is a more internal level that in the first part this the documents had been operated according to the established order, which by itself embed the order if the factors of load in transport box are taken into account. When the inspected result without the need of transport arrays. 11 when finally yes I can also be seen the sequence used in past just the current chance criterions that support the indices that the boundary when the next verbs just being placed supporting the elections moved each time resolve negative in positive in this order then the reinitials in the initial matrix where continues no results now results in this moment where implement the Manhattan distance we obtain the loft which in leads is as to the arrangement of the box the robots encounter the following maze yes implement the Manhattan which we often the following say that lead as to that average arrangement of the bosses. The robot encounter the following maze. No, this means that the second just place are going to reach the point where it was buying the first bobs at coordinate 00 from the robot current location at the convenient free one, for which performance flow on the screen. No, result 2 y result 1 was the robot head on the pain o the pain the boobs no in the coordinates 2 0 but it start coordinate is 2 2 and order to reach the plates the robot perform no the follow on the screen no on the screen 2 2 1 2 0 2 0 3 1 freeze, 2 free, 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 free 2, free 1, 1, 2, 1, y 2, 0. The next choice was a number of the place where it had to like the bobs to issue to show this point was the located no located at the coordinate 3 2 for which the robot made the following movements on the screen. For 0 or 2, 3, 2, no? The sketch 1, sketch 1 if this step means the first, Bob's will have place. The next step was to get the place to carry a second. Bob's same data was a coordinate 0 3, so the robot asks the following steps of the go to point from cardinally 3 to or to the on the screen. No, on the screen 3 2 2 2 1 2 0 2 is 0 3. Once the robots that reach points as of the bobs, it can take the bobs to the cardinal free one, to study it and the warehouse in this coordinate. From this coordinate, the robot, execute of the movements, the movements throw the maze on the screen, from or, of the 0 3 to 3 1. No, is this project in results? In results, no, in results were discussions. No, the 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 project were in the place the discussion of the solve the problem with the cause must allow the robot acceleration mechanism within the program execution no and unit list functions that modify and surprise the behavior that generate defect in the program performance is great. Also, when explaining the details of the code. Development who should use better when who must include comments of the code before in alpha the modification of the behavior that improve the performance of the robot. At the moment, the copy in the matrix, there was the inconvenience that everything was Turing's craft, that is to say the same original. No, matrix was copied with it of the delta was cranked in one matrix. No, it was also in chief the other one or older, the more modified matrix had the same delta. No, that is way it was decided to implement the copy for function. No, yes, and see. Another inconvenience arose when trying the cover of the delta if the total matrix in single matrix, so it was decided to create no several matrix to they stay very well to the necessary code that represent the functions that allowed store the matrix which allowed the loaded data. No? Yes. Bien. With conclusions in this, yes, our my conclusion was the result obtained in the consult are is expected in the analysis, so we can confirm data that the code for the robot with machine learning work coded, no, being the order of choice of the functions that influence the decisions of the robot. No, the algorithm used for solving the warehouse work problem is efficient as far as the job system with the machine learning robot is catching the continuous agent of the chain is in the state where covered of the application of the cover matrix. Finally, the robot was able activity with machine learning that receive an initial state, no, achieved with the help of the code based on heuristic research, the detection of the path data playful, no, are proposed by the robot to reach the table step. Uh, yes, is finally the reference no in the present with reference now thank you for this moment no project moment in this project now see you later.